So Christmas morning, I asked my Google Assistant at home to play me some Christmas music. And the first song to come on was My Way by Frank Sinatra. And I thought to myself, and I even said it out loud, you have a very strange idea of what Christmas music is. The song My Way is contradictory to everything that Christianity speaks about. Because Christianity speaks about living for others, about dying to yourself, and living to build up everyone else around you. And My Way certainly has nothing whatsoever to do with that. Today we celebrate the feast of the Holy Family, consisting of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Jesus, who is God, who emptied himself of his godliness to become a human like us, to be human like us in every way except sin. He poured himself out for us to fulfill the will of his Father. In fact, he declared, I have not come to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me. Mary, who was a young girl, a virgin, dedicated to a life of virginity, who gets visited by an angel and says, you're going to conceive and bear a child. How is this going to happen? I don't know, man. The shadow of the Most High, the power of the Most High will overshadow you. And knowing full well that when it is found out that she is pregnant, she would open herself up to public humiliation, shame upon herself and her family, and possibly even the threat of public stoning, she says, be it done to me according to your will. She emptied herself for us so that God's will could be done in her and through her. Joseph, a man who finds that his betrothed wife is pregnant, and he knows it's not by him. But even still, he makes the decision that he's going to divorce her quietly so as not to expose her to public humiliation and shame. And then the angel of the Lord appears to him in a dream and says, Joseph, don't be afraid to take Mary, your wife, into your home. It is through the Holy Spirit that this child has been conceived. And so Joseph put his pride aside, welcomed his wife Mary into his home, welcomed Jesus as his own son, and raised him as his own. He put his pride aside so that the will of God could be done in him and through him for us. This, my dear brothers and sisters, is family. Family does not consist of everyone doing everything my way. That's not how family thrives. My own dear mother, who died 14 years ago, was told by doctors she should never have children. And if she was going to insist on having children, she should have only one, because her body was such that she couldn't handle it. She went on to give birth to 9 children, including 2 sets of twins. And I guess in the end, the doctors were correct. It killed her. She lived only to be 84 years old. My mother, too, knew the value of putting herself aside for the will of God. And in case you're wondering, I'm not the first. I'm number 5 out of the 9. Thank God she didn't listen to the doctors. The song My Way is valued highly by our American society because people believe that the American society, that the United States was built by rugged individuals. I disagree. America was built and is great because of families coming together in community to build cities and counties and states and to contribute to the growth of this great country. But it's because families living for each other, not for themselves, that makes our life great. Pope St. John Paul II, in a homily in Perth in 1986, said, "As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live." My dear brothers and sisters, families are the backbone of life. Holy Mother Church gives us this feast of the Holy Family to look on the beauty of each one putting his or herself aside and living so that everyone else can thrive and grow in wisdom and knowledge and faith and love. We must never forget that. We must always strive to live as that family. Each and every one of us living for, through, by, and with the others to grow in faith, to grow in love, to grow in forgiveness, to encourage each other, to live lives of holiness and chastity, so that at last we all can achieve salvation and eternity in heaven.